this is Jeff Mesnick. I am here with Bob Lord and Ravi Kumar, and we're here to talk about a great new program between IBM and Infosys. And I'm excited to talk with you guys today. So, if you don't mind, maybe you could start off by telling me a little bit about each one of you and the partnership that you guys developed.
Sure. So thanks for having us, Jeff. My name is Bob Lord. I am SVP of Cognitive Applications for IBM. I oversee part of our portfolio, but also I oversee our ecosystem. And one of the things that Ravi and I have been working on is establishing this new program together.
My name is Ravi Kumar, President at Infosys. One of my responsibilities is to build global partnerships, and very excited about this announcement today with IBM.
Excellent. So, if you don't mind, maybe you can share a little bit about how this partnership is developed and kind of what's the goals and how's this going to affect the market?
Yeah, so Jeff, just let me step back a little bit because I think before we actually started to talk about this partnership, there really was a very big sort of moment around the IBM public cloud and what we've done with Red Hat OpenShift. About 6 months ago, we specifically launched IBM Public Cloud for financial services, and Bank of America was one of our it is our partner that's joined on board to support the IBM Financial Services Cloud. And within that cloud, there are specific security features that are very, very unique when you think about a public cloud and the public cloud infrastructure, specifically around hyper protect crypto and how it's tied to key management with our hardware and the enterprise grade level of it. So as we move into the next chapter of public cloud, where you're taking not just, I would suggest to you, digital workloads, but you're taking enterprise workloads and you're moving them to the public cloud, security features are really, really important. And to Ravi's credit, Ravi sort of came to me and said, at Infosys, we're embracing this hybrid cloud world. I understand what IBM's doing, and we created this specific cloud program, and Infosys is the first partner to launch with us around a public cloud based on Red Hat OpenShift that can go after these highly regulated industries that require the enhanced security around public cloud. So it started with the product first, Jeff, and now it's really talking about our activation strategically together in markets, specifically here in North America, but more importantly around the world.
So thank you, Bob. That was a great introduction. Just to add to what Bob just said, there's $1 trillion of digital transformational spend globally, of which half of it, almost $500 billion of it, is going to be foundationally on the cloud. And that includes cloud subscription and cloud system integration services. Cloud subscription is dominated by public and private cloud. And you know that very well. IBM by itself has a fairly large portfolio of private cloud offerings. And we believe that in a hybrid heterogeneous landscape for large enterprises, IBM has a very compelling proposition on the public cloud. So Bob and I worked on this partnership to make sure that the public cloud offering of IBM is available to large enterprises. Infosys has 1,000 plus enterprise client relationships, and our endeavor is to take the private cloud offering to these clients. Interestingly, a lot of public cloud has been dominated by digital workloads which are new, and digital workloads which change business models for large enterprises. Our belief is that the future is going to be a combination of digital and enterprise workloads, and IBM public cloud infrastructure foundationally caters to both. The innovation infrastructure built through the Red Hat OpenShift ecosystem on public cloud will help us to drive digital workloads. The enterprise workloads would be powered by the secured cloud infrastructure IBM has built.
Hmm.
I think our ability to straddle between the two will drive how well we stay relevant to large enterprises.
Yeah, I think Jeff, part of the excitement is, and we're actually sitting in one of them right now, is Ravi is actually launching, 7 different innovation centers across North America. And we're here at One World Trade Center, which is one of the locations. But part of the idea is to actually bring this hybrid cloud offering with Red Hat OpenShift and the IBM Public Cloud into these innovation centers. So as Ravi brings in his enterprises, most highly regulated and data sensitive industries,
Yep.
those companies that are worried about privacy, regulatory compliance, security, like it's a real important niche that we're going after together. And the relationships that Infosys and Ravi has with this customer set, we're going to be able to provide them an offer so that they can not only get the product that hard codes their infrastructure for the future, brings them to a modern development environment, and with the Infosys skills, allow them to move that faster than ever before. It's no longer can you just pick a cloud anymore, Jeff. You've got to think about what's the long-term infrastructure, what's the data platform that you want, what's the AI platform, and which cloud is appropriate for what work effort you have going on. So I'm really excited not only about the strategy itself and the program that we're doing together, but more about how it sort of show up in market through these innovation centers, because they're going to be real physical locations that clients can come and explore. So really excited. And if we could show you the view of Manhattan, you'd be excited too. It's kind of fun to look at.
I can actually see a little bit of it through the reflection in the mirror in the window there.
Okay. Yeah.
But so here's a interesting question, which I didn't prepare you guys for. Why, Ravi, was IBM your choice? I mean, I can think of a few reasons myself, but love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so each private and public cloud player in the market today has a set of strengths.
Hmm.
Um, our belief is IBM has broadly, um, you know, a ecosystem to cater to both digital and enterprise workloads. I'll come to that.
Hmm.
The open innovation on OpenShift for workloads which are driving innovation at scale in enterprises will help
Yep.
us to build an open architecture on Kubernetes and containers using the IBM public cloud. So that was one big opportunity for us. Bob alluded to a secured public cloud so that enterprise workloads can be transitioned into the cloud very, very seamlessly with the same level of security they had on-prem.
Right.
We're super excited about how IBM provides that opportunity to create enterprise-grade security, which will drive these workloads onto the cloud. Cloud packs, if you've heard of them, there are 6 broad areas uh,
Hmm.
covering applications, data integration, automation, multi-cloud management. We believe that's going to accelerate and catalyze the journey onto the cloud. The investments IBM has made in that space,
Right.
the ability to reuse a lot of their own experience on cloud packs, which in turn will drive these workloads onto the cloud. Enterprise workloads have a legacy. They have a inertia, if I may, to move into the cloud. So we think this accelerators will play a very important role.
Yeah.
So we kind of thought this is going to be a very important pillar in a hybrid cloud environment. While IBM has a role to play in private cloud, it will have a role to play in public cloud. It will have a role to play on a layer above it to orchestrate public and private cloud environments for large enterprises. So that's the strength IBM brings to the table. So we are investing into it. We otherwise are a big consumption cloud player in the market for public and private cloud ecosystem. So this is the one we added to the mix, and we think it's a important strategic advantage for clients to leverage.
Also, when we were talking earlier, it sounds to me a little bit like, so what I've always admired about where IBM stands is you guys tend to go deep into target marketplaces, try to do it very, very well. So you mentioned Bank of America. So it seems to me, and tell me if this is right, but one of the big bets that you guys are making together is to move financial services into a secure public cloud by IBM or a hybrid environment with IBM. Is that would that be kind of a success metric that you guys are going after?
Yeah, I would say the hybrid cloud world for the financial services market, as well as though when you look more generally, Jeff, at just regulatory, industries that have regulation around it, that opens up healthcare for us, that actually opens up the industry for us. So I think FSS is the first place to go, and sort of the clients that Robbie has have that need right now.
Right.
And we know that we have the strongest public cloud for sensitive mission critical workloads. It's just a fact, right? It's the hardware, how we have actually constructed our cloud on top of our hardware platform around persistent encryption and key management. And then there is, as Robbie alluded to, there is a cloud pack for security. So there's also a software difference when we start talking about the public cloud. So you've got both. You've got the hardware component, and then you've got the software component that makes the IBM public cloud the strongest in the sort of for protecting sensitive mission critical workloads. So yeah, we think there's a role here. And by the way, the cloud, it's growing, right? The public cloud needs growing, and now you start talking about mission critical systems. So there's a lot recognition that there are going to be differences in the public clouds, and you're going to use different public clouds for different things. But you need portability among those clouds. So Red Hat OpenShift and that standardization around container and Kubernetes management allows for that workflows and the applications to go from cloud to cloud, as well as sharing of data, which is really, I think, the advantage that enterprises are going to get.
Right. So, I mean, would you then say you talk about hybrid a lot, but how about multi? So you're basically sounds like you're saying something about multi-cloud as well, where basically allowing.
Yeah. I'm sorry, and maybe it's just the lingo I use. When I think of hybrid cloud, or Robbie and I have talked about it, we think not only public and private, but we also think about multiple clouds at the same time. So for me, it's synonymous. I think some of my competitors talk about their own stack between public and private, but because of Red Hat OpenShift is part of my stack, it actually does the portability across clouds.
So in many ways, it's synonymous.
It's synonymous,
as Bob rightly mentioned, it's synonymous. And I think IBM has this very unique opportunity to play a role on the public cloud ecosystem, play a role on the private cloud ecosystem, and more importantly, straddle between the two using the OpenShift ecosystem. So they kind of, are there in both the worlds, as well as the one which kind of orchestrates the two.
Right. I know we're not really talking a lot about the distribution, but I actually can see channel partners leveraging this program in some way. I know that IBM is doing a nice push with Arrow for the open cloud and the shift. And if I was to think about it, it basically, by connecting this program, on even talking about it, these partners can then start to offer this secure multi-cloud connection with Infosys. Would that be a fair statement? Even though I know there's not a formal program right now, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think both Robbie and I are going to leverage our existing partnerships and ecosystems that we currently have. And, it's all about these channel partners bringing opportunities to leverage where the need is. But right now, Jeff, I would suggest to you for the next 6 months, Robbie and I are going to be very focused on getting into clients and solving their needs, right? Then that will lead to the momentum in the rest of the ecosystem. So our ambition is to have a few client wins that have embraced sort of this concept between IBM and Infosys in the hybrid cloud world. And when we have those wins, then the ecosystem will follow along. But given his passion and his direction of what he has here, it was the place for us to start and to launch this program first.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's focus on the idea of the wins.
And we've got some momentum, and we'll come talk to you once we have things landed and they're in place. But number one, not only the clients will get an infrastructure from Robbie and the team, but they'll also modernize their whole development team, right? Because along with this is now going to be the new modern way of modernizing applications and moving mission workloads to take advantage of a hybrid cloud world, which will give them speed and flexibility to meet their customer needs. So it's really twofold here, which is what I get excited about, because through his innovation centers, we'll be able to really take clients through a great experience.
Great. So let's talk about what you drank when you celebrated your kind of your first, making the partnership happen, and then what are you guys going to toast with when you get your first, after the 6 months and you get your first bunch of wins? So let's start with, what did you drink and toast with?
So when it is celebration time, it's always single malt for me. Single malt whiskey is my favorite.
Single malt, like, is that a scotch or a bourbon or
It's always a scotch.
scotch?
And I had a Tito's on the rocks with
Nice.
2 lemon twists, and we were there. We've actually celebrated in Los Angeles, just to tell you the location at the same time, Jeff.
Well, I want to, next time you guys celebrate after in 6 months when you get your win, I want to be there and let's record us all toasting to your success.
All right.
Sure.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you very much, guys. This has been excellent.
Thank you. Bye.
Enjoy New Orleans.
Thanks. This has been Jeff Mesnick. I've been here with the Partner On Journal, and I was here today with Bob Lord and Ravi Kumar. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jeff.